What's good, everyone? This is Noah. I'm really excited to give you a Capitals recap so far of the playoffs and why I really believe we can win this series. There's a lot of analytics that for you, especially the more casual hockey fan, you'll learn a lot. I promise. Let's get into it. Again, all my data comes from Sport AI. You want to download the app to help optimize your fantasy sports lineups. Information is in the bio. Without further ado, let's get started.
Welcome back to DMVSportsZone.
Chased down by Beal in the corner for three, gets fouled and hits.
Welcome to DC.
Well, they tied him out.
You know where you're at the USA Cup. You're taking it slightly. I'm taking it slightly. Now how you gon' act when you gon' be right back. When we gon' be right here. We gon' be right here. We ain't going nowhere. Welcome to DC.
I know there's a lot of buzz in DC right now. A lot of people didn't have a whole lot of faith in the Capitals, especially after the, losing game 2. But now we're up 2-1 the series. It's a huge opportunity tonight. This is recorded on Monday, but it'll be posted on Tuesday, to take a commanding 3-1 series lead. Let's really see if my takes and my knowledge can be put to the test and see who wins here. I predict the Capitals win tonight. It will be a lot closer, around a 3-2, 4-2, maybe even 2-1 range as the Panthers make adjustments. But there's a couple X factors that are playing really well for the Capitals that make me confident that we're going to win. First things first, let's talk about what we talked about before, the major concern, goaltending. So Vita Vanacek obviously really struggled. Around 4 goals against average is not acceptable in today's NHL. This is not the 1980s. So Ilya Samsonov has come in and been outstanding. Almost a 98% save percentage and under 1 goal a game. He's really been that brick wall, but he hasn't faced a whole lot of shots. You got to give credit to the Capitals defense. That's the main difference between the Panthers and the Capitals. So the Panthers literally broke NHL history as one of the greatest scoring offenses of all time, led by Jonathan Huberdeau with over 115 points and the addition of Claude Giroux. Yes, he's on the tail end of his career, but still an elite future Hall of Famer. Adds a lot of offense. In shot attempts, shots on goal, expected goals, high danger shots, and goals per 60 minutes. Keep in mind, these are all in 60 minutes. They all rank first in NHL history, which is pretty crazy to think about. The Florida freaking Panthers, only, I guess, superstar you can really say they have on their team. They have Huberdeau, they have Alexander Barkov. Ekblad is not really a superstar. Duclair is not really a superstar. Verhaeghe's not really a superstar. But yet they're an extremely balanced offense, which made them a predictable Cup favorite. Most Stanley Cup winning teams are extremely balanced on all 4 lines. However, in the Capital series, the defense has limited them down. So they've went down in terms of their metrics for those prospective stats. Let's go by them one by one. So shots attempted, they're actually down 0.19 in the score for shots attempts. Shots on goal, they're down by 1.45. Expected goals, down by 0.2. High danger shots is the huge indicator that it's the defense. Samsonov gets a lot of credit, but it's the Capitals defense that's helping. They're down by 2.06 high danger chances a game. That is huge for a team that doesn't shoot a lot. And the Panthers, they capitalize on great passing instead. That means the Capitals are really shutting them down and shutting down their game plan. And you can really see in the stats. Huberdeau is their leading scorer with only 2 points in the past 3 games. And their goals, but the goals per 60, though, has gone slightly up, 0.16. But that shows you this is not their game plan. Their game plan is to score efficiently from all 4 lines, make the right pass. But now they're being forced to take a lot more risky shots and not really set up in the offensive zone and just look for any opportunity they can get. It's worked so far. But again, those numbers are extremely inflated from when Vanacek was playing. And with Samsonov and the elite defense, this is going to be something special to watch. Another player that is being a really unsung hero, there's 3 of them. Trevor Van Riemsdyk. I remember a couple years ago, he came to the Capitals. He's the brother of James Van Riemsdyk, who used to be a star. I think he currently plays with the Philadelphia Flyers and nothing more than a role player now, but he's old. But Trevor Van Riemsdyk was kind of a forgettable pickup. But man, he has been extremely underrated. He only has 1 assist, but he's a plus-minus of 2, and he's made a couple huge block shots, very physical, and a right-handed defenseman. I'm not sure if you casual hockey fans, that's an extremely rare occurrence. A majority of defenders actually tend to be left-handed. So it sounds weird, but when you're right-handed, meaning if you're on the right side of the defense, like Trevor Van Riemsdyk, you have a more natural advantage because you can sweep to your left side and block a lot more shooting lanes. Outside of Carlson, he's pretty much our only, and then Jensen's not good. So Trevor Van Riemsdyk's our only other capable right-handed defenseman, and he's been out there shutting down these balanced lines. Yes, he's not the first defenseman, but the reason that we're shutting down the Panthers is their depth is being stymied by players like Trevor Van Riemsdyk. Another thing is that we are doing what the Panthers love to do, which is depth scoring. TJ Oshie and Marcus Johansson back with a vengeance. They're playing great, getting that third line, second line, sometimes second power play unit minutes, and they are producing at a near point per game pace. Of course, only a 3-game sample, but they're providing the energy and the scoring. With Ovechkin and Backstrom and Mantha, they're already doing their job. But these two players are doing their job on the scoring end. The Panthers cannot contain us. That's been one weakness for the Panthers as opposed to the Capitals. Yes, they have an elite defenseman in Aaron Ekblad. They have a pretty good defenseman, borderline all-star, in Brandon Montour, but they lack a lot of the depth that the Capitals have on the blue line. Those moves to pick up for Johan Larsson, for Marcus Johansson, Mantha last year, Trevor Van Riemsdyk a couple years ago, they're starting to add up. And that's the case of the Capitals. They know they're not a rebuilding team, but they're older. They have to reload. So they've cycled a lot of players. I know there's been a lot of questionable moves. People were mad. Braden Holtby leaving, Chandler Stevenson leaving, going to the Golden Knights, becoming arguably their best center. But we are all in right now. I love the mentality from the Capitals. They didn't listen to the fan base. A lot of the fan base was worried. Ovechkin's, late 30s, LeBron-esque season, ageless wonder. Backstrom's getting older, even Kuznetsov. But we held the fort. We were patient, and this is paying off. The depth of the Capitals is overwhelming the Panthers right now. And the Panthers are usually the team, literally, analytically, and in the eye test, that prefers a more balanced attack. They want to have a more balanced power play, a more balanced 5-on-5. They don't like to have one player do everything. They do a lot of passing. They do a lot of assists. I mean, they're number one in NHL history when it comes to assists to lead to goals, which, yes, is an obscure metric, but can't be ignored because hockey is one of the most analytical sports that we have. Metrics cannot be ignored. When a good trend is happening, you can't ignore it. That's why I think the Capitals will win tonight. They will win either 3-2, 2-1, or 4-2 with an empty net goal for the fourth. Because the Panthers are going to make adjustments. They're going to come out, be much more aggressive. They're going to start cutting the lines. Now they have to really lean on their stars. Can Barkov, can Huberdeau, can Anthony Duclair, can Eric Ekblad get on the board and provide the scoring that they're lacking? We really need to see. We're also seeing some of the inexperience from some of their other scorers is really showing up. Esa Lundell, for example, is a rookie. Great rookie season. I don't know if he's going to win the Calder, but he's one of the top rookies in the league. They're starting to see a lot of the lack of playoff experience come against them because playoff hockey is a lot more physical. And the team and the Panthers, they don't really have a lot of physical guys. They're mainly a two-way speed team, which is why you see a lot of times like the Maple Leafs and Oilers for years, they've been struggling in the playoffs because they cannot fit with the physicality of teams like the Capitals or the New York Islanders, for example. The Capitals are experienced. They won a cup in 2018. Yes, can't believe it. That was 4 years ago. But majority of the core is still here. And Johansson back to the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. So as a result, there's just nothing that you can say that seems to be this is a fluke. The analytics is showing that the Capitals are clicking right now. Shout out to the coaching staff. Shout out to the adjustments and the leadership that Ovechkin provided. There was a pivotal moment in Game 3 in that blowout when Ovechkin literally stood up on the bench and raised the troops. That's something that can't be measured by analytics. That's a future champion. That's a champion mentality. That's a top 3 player of all time, and that's why Alex Ovechkin is the greatest athlete in DC sports history. We're going to make another video about that. But the little things that he does outside of the score, out of the box score, is what is the difference. He's a veteran leader. Even Huberdeau and Barkov, they're leaders. They're a little bit younger, and they're more reserved type of players. Ovechkin is not that type of player. And the Capitals are responding well, and I have no doubt they'll have a absolutely crushing 3-1 victory tonight in the series. And I'm telling you, if we can get past the Panthers, the Capitals have a very high chance of winning the Stanley Cup. There are no other team in their conference that really is similar. Not the Rangers. The Maple Leafs are a different type of beast. If we face them, then I have a huge analysis for that. But they're nothing like the Panthers. They're a very star-heavy team. So we get past the Panthers, we have a real chance of making the Stanley Cup final and possibly winning the Stanley Cup. So I know that was a longer breakdown, but I wanted to provide the analytics and give a shout out to guys like Trevor Van Riemsdyk, TJ Oshie, Ilya Samsonov, Marcus Johansson. These are the guys that allow for championship teams to win. Yes, your stars need to perform, but when you're going as other elite teams that have other superstars, you need to make sure your depth is better. And these guys are the ones that are pushing us over the top. So, without any further ado, I'm going to wrap up today's video. Really excited. I know they're going to come out with a 3-1 victory. Even if not really worried. We can still take Game 6. And the rest is history. So, this is Noah. Really excited to talk about the Capitals. Really excited for DMV. Being excited about the Capitals again as a huge hockey fan, as a former hockey player myself. I'm very excited. So, if there's anything else, comment below and we'll talk about it. And to wrap things up, have a great day.